We're glad you joined us here for another lesson in the idea that it's possible for you at this moment to change your mind about who you were, not in a continuing conceptual idea about yourself, but in a sudden realization that you are not who you thought you were. This is the mind training of A Course in Miracles, a systematic manner in which you can come to know who you really are. Not based on what the world tells you that you are, but on our shared certainty now that present with us at this time and in this place, and on our relationship to whatever you think this video is about, that our minds can have direct communication without regard to the conceptual ideas that we brought into this circumstance about ourselves. We've been very active in this presentation because we want you to become active in the meditative technique of the idea that you can carry about with you in this world, wherever you go in your objective occupation, the certainty that a realization of a continuing alternative is possible. So we are going to attempt, with your permission, to do the very advanced lessons of this Course in Miracles, our lessons from 181 through 200. It's an indication that you've been practicing for 180 days. And if that's true, and you're watching this video with me now, or perhaps you've seen no other videos whatsoever, but are simply going to regard this as the time and the place where you have decided to accelerate your process of conversion that is necessary for you to know the truth of who you are. I'm going to let you share with me the intros that occur in the workbook of this Course in Miracles in a description of what these next 20 lessons will be. Look. Our next few lessons make a special point of firming up your willingness to make your weak commitment strong. Your scattered goals blend into one intent. You are not asked for total dedication all the time as yet, but you are asked to practice now in order to attain the sense of peace such unified commitment will bestow, if only intermittently. It is experiencing this that makes it sure that you will give your total willingness to following the way the Course sets forth. Our lessons now are geared specifically to widening horizons and direct approaches to the special blocks that keep your vision narrow and too limited to let you see the value of our goal. We are attempting now to lift those blocks, however briefly. Words alone cannot convey the sense of liberation which their lifting brings, but the experience of freedom and of peace that comes as you give up your tight control of what you see speaks for itself. Your motivations will be so intensified that words become of little consequence. You will be sure of what you want and what is valueless. And so we start our journey beyond words by concentrating first on what impedes your progress. Still, experience of what exists beyond defensiveness remains beyond achievement while it is denied. It may be there, but you cannot accept its presence. So we now attempt to go past all defenses for a little while each day. No more than this is asked, because no more than this is needed. It will be enough to guarantee the rest will come. So we're going to begin, aren't we? The intro to that lesson is an indication of how important it has now become for you to recognize the necessity for the continuing reevaluation of your conceptual self. Can you see that with me? The idea that it would be possible for you to trust your brother as you do yourself, would have to involve the certainty that the projections of your mind in regard to what you think this world is would be inclusive both in your acceptance of your loved ones and of your enemies. The basic idea of this Course in Miracles is to continually draw your attention to the certainty that your mind, your mindfulness, is what this world is. Can you see that with me? Shall we look together at it for just a moment? Okay, this miracle-mindedness that I'm offering you now is a continuing conversion of the necessity for you to be occupied, okay, with the conceptual idea of yourself that you brought into this continuum. The entire message of this mind training is to show you that while you have objected to your objective associations, the people that appear to be around you, the truth of the matter is that they represent exactly how you feel about yourself. Will you share that with me? Say to me, I guess I'm going to have to admit, okay, that I'm only meeting myself. Say that. Yes, I'm only meeting myself. Everywhere that I look, I see projections of my mind, invariant historic ideas about where I think I am in space-time. I'm in a dream that allows me to participate in temporal identities that allow me to acknowledge old associations with future references. In a simple fact of the matter, everyone I'm meeting is actively contained in my own mind. Can you see this with me? I need to be mindful, and I want you to be with me in this, mindful of ideas that I am offering you concerning the inclusion of your entirety of self-identity with a certainty that available to you is a Christ mind. This is the teachings of Jesus in the New Testament. He says, I am available to you on a continuing basis in a converting mechanism to show you a new dream, one in which you will recognize that your brother, the guy that's out there, is actually your loved one, since all is only love. And we share the certainty of a single source of reality. So the process that we're employing now is to show you and remind you to be mindful that all around you are the entirety of your dedication to convert who you thought you were in this conceptual idea of separation to an idea of truth and wholeness of love that we share for all of eternity. We're going to go back just for a moment to remind you of what your actual condition is. It's lesson 158. We're going to review it very quickly for you because it gives you an indication of what has been given you within your own mindfulness and the time and place where the entirety of that availability will occur.